Good morning, kiddos. I guess the Jen Chap channel is back, huh? I couldn't sleep last night because I was thinking about all the stuff I was gonna say. I'm gonna have to do this in chunks because there's just so much that I still want to tell you guys. So, first of all, I miss you and I'm feeling better. So, I don't want to talk that much because I'm gonna start crying. Anyway, let's do housekeeping stuff first, okay? Just like you know, the date as far as when we're gonna go back, or if we're gonna go back, is no new news so far about that, okay? And like I put out on Remind and Google Classroom, there's not gonna be third quarter report cards that are gonna be sent out. So it's gonna be a continuum of the grade book if we come back. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go back through on Portal and look at your grades, and if there's any missing assignments from third quarter, work on doing those, and then you can either, if it's a Google Classroom assignment, of course, you can just, upload it that way. If it's something that's an annotation for an article, you can take a picture of it and you can email it to me, anything like that. If you do a no red ink assignment, then go ahead and just email me and let me know so that I don't miss it. I'll kind of keep going back through and putting in all the missing grades that need to be done and such. And I'll make sure that I contact you as well if your grade is in danger. And you know who I'm talking to right now. So get on it. I know that it's really hard right now. I know that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time too. I spend a lot of time outside, but we have to just try to keep a routine. Make yourself get up in the morning. Make yourself go outside. Make yourself take a shower. See, look at, I put on mascara this morning just for you guys. Don't you feel loved? In a nutshell, even if you don't feel like it, do it. Because you're gonna be able to push through it, and we'll get through to the other side and it will be better. That's basically my encouraging message, because that's the one thing I've learned in life, is that there's going to be hard times, and you're going to have to push through it. And this is definitely something I've never experienced in my life. So, pretty much anybody living pretty much has never experienced things like this. There are very few. So, it's a big one. But basically the message doesn't change, and you just have to continue to, like I said, push through it. Keep doing the things that you know you need to do. Exercise, eat right, drink lots of water, stay home, do all of those things, okay? Try to spend a lot of time outside. Get off of social media. These are all things that I preach all the time. So anyway, a couple of other things that have been on my mind. This is teaching stuff, okay? As you guys know, when we left and we stopped at school, we were doing the good food, bad food unit, right? And I chose that on purpose, as you guys could see. I chose that on purpose because it's really important right now. But I want you to think about, I'm not going to have a lot of time to teach, okay? So I want you to think about some of the major ideas that we've talked about. And now, of course, somebody's going to choose to use their weed eater and mess up my video, but I'm going to keep going, okay? Number one, okay, primary sources. Throughout all of this that's going on, I want you to remember that you're going to need to write this down, okay? I know you could probably, I can hear the eyes rolling in the back of your head, but if you can, journal about this. And it doesn't matter what you're journaling about, and I'm serious. You could be journaling that it's 73 degrees outside, and that you got up this morning and you took a shower, and I'm serious. Just journal, 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 journal. All about the mundane events, because that's what stories are built on in the future. So you are the primary source for this historical event. Let me say that again. You are the primary source for this historical event. So when you get that little card from President Trump about what to do, save it. Put it in your drawer. Put it in a book. Write down everything that you can think of about this event. And I'm telling you, 60 years from now, you're going to look back and you will be thankful that you did. Okay? Next thing. This is something, oh God, I wish I just had more time. And that is credible sources, which you've heard me talk about all year. Credible sources are so important right now. Don't get your news from social media, okay? Look for the expert. And that doesn't just mean this whole coronavirus thing, but always look for the expert, not the politician, not the person trying to gain on social media or YouTube. You look for the expert in that field, and you find the credible source, okay? And I know that, you've seen I've used a lot of New York Times articles and such. And regardless of what different opinions are about that, because, their language in the New York Times may be very slanted to be liberal, okay? It's a fact. But that does not mean that the information they provide is not accurate, because they have proven themselves over many, 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 many years that the actual facts they provide are accurate, and that's why I use that as a credible source. So I want you to remember that, okay? Remember how I've always said, when we've looked at any kind of informational article, follow the money, honey. Always look for who is providing the source, where it was funded, what the agenda is, and break down the facts and research the trail. Okay? And that goes for the coronavirus as well. It's just a perfect play out in our government right now. And if we would have listened to the CDC, and we would have listened to the World Health Organization over many years, we would have been much more prepared probably for this. So I just hope that you take away some of those things that we've been talking about all year, because like I said, we're not going to have a lot of time even if we come back. Because thankfully, if we do come back, we'll be more focused on graduation ceremonies and fun stuff like that. I'm trying to stay positive. But I want you to remember those things. I'd like to hear back from you. I want to hear back about how you're doing, what you're doing, any questions that you may have, because I'm not going anywhere. You can see I've been working on my garden, I've been knitting, I've been writing, I've been reading. I think every cabinet and closet in my entire house is organized now, which I can say has never happened. So that's my little message for today. I'll try to come back every week or so and come back with a little tidbit. So far, our directive is to allow you to do any missing work, and also to provide you with enrichment activities. So since we're already plugged into Google Classroom and different sources like that, that's not a problem. We can do that. But I'm kind of interested in what you'd like to learn about. Any kind of informational articles you want to talk about. I've even thought about we could do a Google Classroom discussion thread about how the world will change after this, and problem solve some of the issues, anything from healthcare to the mental and social problems that may occur after this, the job market, what you guys are looking at in the future, being graduates. There's so many things. So let me know what you think. and then I'll make sure that I base the next chat on that. Okay? So again, I really, 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 really miss you guys. I miss going to work. As you guys know, I love my job. So uh, just be thankful for every single thing uh, throughout the day. Try to look at the fact that the sun's shining today. We have blue sky, and you're healthy, hopefully. So let me know, and that is your positive message from Mrs. Chapman. Bye.